Pepperoni!
Pepperonis.
How's it going, everybody?
Hey, Dr. Nick.
Should
how
be
you
going.
Doing?
Aw, yeah. We should be good. So how be everybody today?
Fan-fucking-tastic.
Does everyone remember where we were?
Camping.
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 Yo, Saevrick.
Yes, I
Yo.
do need to give you control of Grum. Thank you.
I'm very jittery today.
You're brown, bro. What happened to you?
South Carolina happened to me.
Oh.
Yeah.
He decided to be
Nice.
foolish and brave the burning.
There you
southern
go.
world.
You should be able to do it. Hey, how's it
And was
going, Ray?
hell. Pure unbridled hell.
Well, I don't
Pure
have access to-
unbridled hell.
I'm sure that's terrible.
Obviously terrible.
Virus.
What?
I have access to everything.
Do you?
Yep.
Nice.
I can edit Arusa's token if I wanted to right now.
Hey!
That's really, really weird.
You touch me.
But I can't get to the character sheet, so what does it matter?
That's really, really weird.
But I can't touch now. I can poke Arisa though.
Let me double check Ariza real quick, because I think you may have had control of her.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
right. I did because of.
You had control of her from the other day. I'll just remove that and then re-add it to Grum. Because there was the one day where she had to run off.
Yeah, I was just moving her around.
Aha!
yeah.
Nathan's here too.
That
Good,
was a
good.
while ago.
Perfect.
Was it the time you
I
were
still can't
making
see
your way
Clay,
to
but
now?
that's fine. Vrenick
I
will.
turned it off.
Oh, because it was stuttery.
Yeah, I'm about to
Yes.
get myself.
That is now. It would drive me absolutely bonkers.
Ease the good.
Okay.
times.
So yes, you were all camping out in the field on your way to Baldur's site to go deal with Brudrin's fantastical god. Alright, I believe you had woken up on, or after your first day of travel there. I think you still had about a day and a half if you were following the road.
Something like that.
My
Ha!
virus is streaming. That's cool.
Yep. Super cool. Take a dare!
So who's leading this trail, motherfuckers?
Derp, derp, derp. I feel all energized and stuff, and I think that we need to go to. That's not my accent, but it's okay because I think we need to go to my air palace of some sort, so I can defeat gods and become immortal.
Oh yeah, I'm sure that's how it
I don't know if
works.
that's how that works, but okay.
Okay.
No, he has to find another immortal, cut off his head until the time of the gathering.
There we go.
Here we go.
Okay. So yes, are you guys doing anything in the morning before you start heading off?
Just praying. Do my usual stuff.
Playing with my new cloak. Flashing Vrenick in the face.
Oh, that's right. I have a new.
You have your fancy axe.
My swoosh.
Yeah, do you remember what all your swoosh does?
I'm pretty sure we had.
Yep.
We had that. Yeah.
Wait, well, you got it. Okay.
Swoosh.
Okay, so you all get up, you start heading out. Brudrin and Vrenick are up in
I'm
front.
full health, right?
Yeah, you should be
After-
full health.
Yeah.
Yes, for those of you watching who did not get to see it, they now have quite a few magnificent artifacts. Vrenick is now walking around in full plate mail. With the symbol of Godric on the front. Ariza's in a cloak that looks like flowing water. Brudrin has an axe that has wings for blades. Gnaul has a circlet, so he's Mr. Fancy Elf. And Grum has a weird locket that looks like a rock.
Mr. Fancy Smart Elf now.
Wise elf.
Yep, Mr. Wise Elf.
Get it right, Bridgen.
Alright, so...
Wise, smart, same thing.
Wise ass.
Vranek and Brudrin, go ahead and give me a survival real quick.
Oh dear. And so it starts.
Okay, yeah, you're fine. You managed to remember that the way forward is directly ahead of you.
That's always good to know.
Everyone else, if you so choose, can make perception checks, or if you're doing anything special, let me know for the day, so that I can...
We're just gonna look at the different wildlife and plants and take in the scenery. Oh shit, fuck yeah!
Alright. So... everything actually seems really, really nice. There's a couple people traveling by, a couple carts with, like, materials just kind of in sacks passing by you, heading towards Aruku's crossing. Other than that, the day seems to go by pretty uneventfully.
Is
You
it
make
real
it-
sunny?
It's pretty sunny, yeah. About 3/4 of the way through the day, the road kind of forks. And Vranek and Brudrin, you can tell from the map that you're supposed to follow the fork along the road, rather than continuing straight.
Follow the fork.
Follow the fork.
Follow the elephant
Follow the
road.
fork road.
Follow
God damn it.
fork road. Follow.
Excellent work.
Alright.
Yep.
So you continue on for the remainder of the day. There is a lot of really nice clearings just on either side of the road. There's pretty much you can stop whenever, or you can continue on into the night.
What do we think, fellas?
I vote rest.
Yeah, I vote rest too, since we can now. 'Cause
Rest is best.
we all know that we're gonna need it.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah.
And you don't know, Ray. You don't know what's gonna happen. Alright. Everyone's camera went away except Brudrin, who is eating delicious steak.
Oh, delicious. It's so delicious. So sorry.
Okay.
Better.
So, Malik starts his little incantation bit again. Minute later, up pops the little dome.
Woohoo!
Ha! Well, this was a very uneventful day.
I never thought adventuring would be hours and hours walking with tiny short bursts of adventure.
Well, of course, it's like sailing on the sea. Not everything has to be an exciting monument. There's downtime. Oh, anyways, it's up. Good night. And he starts just crashing.
Good night, I guess.
Yeah.
Are you doing anything special before you go to sleep?
Probably not.
Is Grum doing anything special before she goes to sleep?
Probably sharpening her axes,
Okay.
and then she will go to sleep.
Alright. So everyone go ahead and roll insight.
Oh dear.
Oh dear,
I
it starts
still-
again.
Her
Am I gonna die again?
Wow,
I'm gonna die in my dream.
really shit.
Ariza!
I still do not have access to Grum's sheet, so you'll have to roll.
Okay. I'll have to see if I can figure out a way to...
I mean,
Oh,
I know what
wait,
she's
I know.
going-
There we go. Now you should be able to.
there it is. Insight, right?
Yeah, insight. Dat 3.
A 3 when I rolled, and a 3
Dat
for
2.
her. 2 for her. There you go.
Jesus.
Okay. So you all start falling asleep. Ganal, you start doing the trance thing. You're just staring off into the wall. And then suddenly, hello again. Really? I guess I shouldn't be surprised that you're the most receptive of these people.
Well, I do have this handy now circlet on my head.
Yes, yes. I hope you enjoy that gift.
It's become quite useful so far.
As it should be. Anything related to me, of course, would be. He kind of looks at his hands, like the front back thing of, you know, like, yes, I'm pretty good. Now.
So.
Nope, go ahead.
So, what do I owe your presence this evening?
Well, quite frankly, I'm not even sure why I'm here right now. Sometimes you just become connected, and I have no say over it.
So you have any insight about this place that we're about to head to?
Well, oddly enough, despite your compatriots' fervor for battle, Baldur was never much of one for combat, you see. He did not enjoy it.
I suppose he was not the only one that was wise.
No, he is definitely significantly wiser than, and he air quotes this super hard, fearless leader Godric. We all played along that he was the smart one, but we all know the truth. I'm the smart one.
Well, I can't really argue that at this point.
Will you be... Now the big question is, will you be prepared for what comes next?
I don't really know what to prepare for.
Oh, but I've told you so many times. Oh, I suppose you'll start learning more once you visit me. Ta!
I plan to.
And he just poofs out. You're awake in the morning. Alright. Brudrin. You're sleeping. Your kind of eyes are closed. You're dreaming of the mountainside of your homeland. And you walk through a door and suddenly you're just on top of a bunch of clouds. And there's there's that same fucking dwarf right in front of you. Oh, it's about time you got fucking back. What's the matter? You get lost on your fucking way swinging that goddamn thing?
Thank you for the gift. First and foremost, it is much appreciated. Now, I know that we started off on a bad foot last time. Let's be clear. I want to help, but you need to be straight up with me. I'm not that smart. Come on. Tell me what I need to do, what I need to prepare.
Of course you're not that fucking smart. Look at you. All you know is about swinging that fucking axe.
That's what I'm good at.
Hey, how's it going, John? Oh. Look, I appreciate that you're wanting to fucking learn. But you can't. I can't fucking tell you. Not outright. Just don't fuck my shit up. There, that's all I can fucking give you. And you just you just kind of wake up on the ground.
Okay. I didn't die. I'm all right. I'm cool. I'm cool with that.
Yay, I didn't die. All right. The rest of you wake up relatively normal time. You wake up to Ganal kind of like snapping out of it, and Brudrin just God
damn it. That's some furious typing, by the way.
Yeah, it is furious typing. All right, so is anyone doing anything in the morning?
Just getting my usual ready. By the way, I've been sleeping in my armor. I'm not noticing anything, am I?
No. It feels like you've been sleeping without armor on.
Well, this ain't coming off.
It pretty much feels like a second skin.
Gotcha.
Okay. So y'all wake up. What are you eating for breakfast?
My couple of my trailer rations. Grum will eat some of her stores of meat,
Matt.
unless
Berries?
Arisa gives out good berries.
Yeah.
Ariza, good berries.
There we go. I
Since
was
you guys
waiting
have
for
been
that.
so nice.
Okay. So yeah, Riza creates good berries and feeds everybody.
Feed me, mama.
Okay.
Feed me.
I don't know
Now,
about that, but alright.
yes, that's it. Now, you guys will have to be going off the beaten path a bit. So, Brudrin and Vranik, go ahead and make another survival check.
Oh joy!
Yep.
I'm not looking.
Oh shit.
No, that's good. That's lovely. That's perfect.
This is
exactly
what you
I
wanted.
wanted to happen.
Okay then.
With the
Ahem. Everyone else is free to make perception for what will happen for the remainder of this trip. We'll get to your temple next session, no worries. Oh, okay. So, you seem to be proceeding along. You're convinced that you're going the right way. You go off the path and you're just heading straight towards it as far as you can tell. You're so confident that you even stop looking at the map. Couple hours go by, and oddly enough, there's a little pedestal just in the center of the field. You look at the map and you've arrived.
Cool.
Looks like we're here, guys.
There's nothing really else there. It's just a tiny little pedestal with the slots
Hi,
again.
Clay. I can
turning
see
it
you
back
now,
on.
Clay.
So laggy as hell.
Yeah, roll 20, super laggy.
Super laggy. All right. Can I roll perception to check the pedestal?
But of course,
Jeebus.
it seems very, very simplistic. There's seems to be like a slot for each of the crystals. Much like Aruku's
Alright.
workshop.
All right,
I'm going
lads.
to look up.
There's nothing.
Not clouds.
There are
Just send it into
some
the sky.
there are some clouds, but they're just moving along. It doesn't look like anything that's stuck in the sky.
Stick my thing in.
Well, looks like we need to put our crystals in, lads. Are we doing it?
I'll put mine in, and Grum will put hers in.
Okay.
I'll put my thing in the
yeah.
hole.
Yeah. Ba-bum, ba-bum, bum.
Let's
It'll never get old.
let's stick it in. Let's stick it in, guys. Let's stick it in all at the same time.
Oh god. Go right ahead.
Yay.
Oh,
Join us tonight for Big K After Dark.
Bow, 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 bow.
yeah.
Bum, bum, bum,
See
bum.
all the saucy
Wow,
shit
wow.
he can't say when he's playing Roblox. Behold, this man handles large yellow dongs.
As I'm holding some corn in a very odd shape.
Okay. So yes, I'm assuming you are as well, Ganel.
Aye.
Okay. Yeah, you all insert, it starts glowing. You hear a weird sound. And a lot of rumbling.
God.
All of a sudden, the actual ground from underneath you starts violently launching up into the air.
Oh shit.
Like, just chunks of it. Until...
I
go
don't
ahead.
know, actually.
Like jump on top of the pedestal.
Oh, the entire area around the pedestal is launching up.
Oh,
I'm dropping to
yeah,
the ground.
drop flat and
Brace
grab
myself.
on.
Brandick will drop to the ground and brace himself, and Grum will probably pull out her axe and stare menacingly at things around us.
At things!
Well,
Okay.
yeah, she's not the type to hide. Brandick will drop and brace.
Come on, thing. There we go. Okay. So, as your chunk kind of flies up into the sky, it seems to connect with a couple other ones. There's the pedestal that you guys were near. And there seems to be a couple other, like, just oddly colored shapes on the ground. As everything kind of settles in, you can see like different elevations that all these platforms are on. Yours appears to be at the lowest. You are currently, because you can see over the edge fairly easily once it stops moving. Nobody manages to fall off, luckily, because it seems to actually slow down rather nicely. Looking over the edge, you can see that you are probably about, 500 feet in the air. At the lowest level.
Lovely.
And my butthole clenches.
The entire area also seems to kind of be like rotating around itself. So the platforms are actually moving.
I know what I'm about to do.
Is there like a particular pattern or that is following?
It just seems to kind of be going in like a circle. Seems to follow the same path. It's kind of alternating which direction that each platform's taking. So like some of them go counterclockwise, some of them go clockwise.
I'm gonna go examine this thing.
Go ahead and do a perception.
Are we still level 7, by the way? Or did we ever go to 8?
No, you went to 8 last time.
Okay.
It just looks like a different colored shape or portion of ground. It's kind of just like a weird circular pattern on the ground.
Are there any rocks near me?
There's a little bit of like stones and stuff from the dirt, yes.
I'm gonna pick up one of the rocks, cast light on it, and throw it into the middle of that circle.
Okay. You drop the rock onto, or you drop the rock onto the little grayed out, or not even grayed out, like just different colored area, and it just seems to disappear.
I'm going to go look around and see if I can see a source of light from any other location.
You
You're
can't
smart,
really
man,
seem
Brannick.
to, but it's really bright out, so you're not sure that your light would be any different.
Huh.
You're basically at like
Right,
midday, so the sun is almost like directly above you.
I'm going to come back and go, I believe these are teleporters. I'm going to point here and kind of wander around and find where all of them are and point them out without touching them.
Lovely.
Oddly
So, who wants to be the guinea pig
enough,
to go
Malik
in?
is actually not with you.
Where'd it go?
Where did the bard go?
That's a very,
Can I,
very
like,
good
move?
question.
Well, shit, I can't look over the edge because I won't be able to see the ground, will I?
You can try.
Okay, I lay on my stomach and I like army crawl to the edge and barely peek over.
Go ahead and give
I can-
perception.
Bitch, please, you can turn into a bird.
I know, I already got the page up for it.
You peer over the edge. The first thing that you notice is that there's a very, very strong current coming from the center of this place. Like, whatever these things are spinning around, there is a massive wind tunnel in the center of it.
Cool.
And way, way down, where there's chunks of earth missing, on some of the few remaining bits, you see a figure. You're not sure if it's Malik. But he's kind of, it seems to just kind of be sitting there, just looking up like...
Holy shit. I called down to him. If he can even hear me, he'd be like, sorry! We'll see you in a little bit! Probably won't even be able to hear me.
Alright, you shout down. You honestly have no idea if he hears you.
Yep, he'll be alright. He'll be alright. He's an experienced. Whatever.
So, who wants to be the guinea pig and walk through one of these first?
I will.
Okay.
Good, it's your temple.
As he furiously eats corn.
Which one are you going through?
I will go to this one.
Which one?
Oh, top left.
Ah, okay.
Well, move yourself on top of it so we know which one.
Yeah, I was about to say, huh?
Sorry, guys. My hands are like dirty
Corny.
from the.
So you're going to the upper left. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So Brudrin steps onto it and kind of disappears from your guys' sight. And Brudrin, you come onto this. There's other kind of odd-shaped segments of ground that are like colored differently.
This is just kind of like Zelda. I love it. All right.
So yes,
we see
everyone else, you just see him kind of disappear.
So should we follow?
Hold on.
Because Grum is
Hold on. Can I, if I move away, before you guys do anything, if I move away and go back on, do I reappear?
Yes, you do reappear.
Okay. So I'm going to tell them that they're teleporters, guys. They're teleporters. Follow me.
Alright.
Pew.
Grum's gonna follow.
I guess so, Mom.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Oh.
Vranik will wait till everyone else is gone, and then he'll hop on.
Wow.
Oh, so we have more here. Okay.
As you guys kind of start going there, hang on a sec. There will be no drawings to mark. Because there's nothing discerning about them yet. So yes,
Okay.
you're all on that tiny platform.
All right. So what I say is that we all stick together,
Yes. Like this plan.
and then keep an eye and try and remember the path.
Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Catch a tiger by a
Also, as you all are kind of debating between this, all of a sudden, every single one of you hears in your mind, "So you've come. You think yourselves worthy."
Yes.
Professor Snape.
Professor Snape. I am not Rick Ullman.
Snipe. Snipe. Reverse snipe.
And what makes you think that you're worthy?
Because We're
I'm
awesome?
a fucking dwarf.
Well, you chose us.
I chose no one.
Well, that's your
I
fault.
was chosen.
Huh?
That last part didn't work.
Oh.
Yeah.
I was chosen. Did that one work?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Very
Keyword
creepy. Thank you.
was.
What was that, Virgin?
Super scary, creepy. GG. All right. Okay. So, he was chosen. Guys, did you all hear this?
Yeah, I did.
Yes.
Yep.
What do you guys think?
Well,
I think he doesn't have his bitch ass crystal we got. Shit.
Grum doesn't care. Grum wants fight.
As soon as you say doesn't have his bitch ass crystal, because I'm assuming you're actually saying that
Duh.
in character. Okay. I cannot for your crystals.
Oh. Oh, my
Rip.
crystals.
Everyone, insert crystal up ass. Clench butt cheeks.
All right. So what are you guys doing?
You're in charge, Brutrin.
Okay. So
Pick a
I'm
hole.
gonna be- Yeah, I pick a hole. Any hole. Light him up, boys.
Up in Baldur's holes.
Let's fill her up, guys. All right. I'm
Light
gonna
up in-
pick this one.
Okay.
And yes, I'm keeping track of this.
Thank you. Let's go.
Okay. Brudrin, you blink over here.
I'll be going and Grum will be going. I'll be
I'm following.
last, though.
Da-dun. Da-dun. There appears to be a very large form that just kind of seems to be sitting there. It's not really made of much that you can see. It kind of just seems to be swirling air.
So,
So this thing.
Yeah, that thing. It's rather large. It seems to be staring at you, but aside from that, it doesn't seem to really be doing much of anything.
If I move over here, is it still staring at me?
Yes, it actually keeps turning to face you.
Hmm.
So what purpose do you serve here?
It just looks at you.
I'm gonna start, like, making my way to the side.
It
If
doesn't seem to be doing too much. It's just looking at you. It's not saying anything.
if I take my axe out, does it react to it or anything?
It kinda doesn't really seem to be making any type of motions except following you. Like, it sees the axe and it kind of, like, continues to stare at you. It had been looking over at Ganal, and then you pulled that out and it just intently seems to be staring at you, despite the fact that it doesn't really seem to have eyes. You can feel that it's staring at you.
Like, you just feel heat on your face.
Hey, thanks for the follow. Much obliged, much obliged. Don't know who that was yet because I have to have this on full screen. Curse you, one monitor.
Okay, everyone, that thing or whatever that is looking at me.
Can I make an Arcana check?
You
Yeah, I was about to
most
say,
definitely
Brannick,
can.
do you know what this is? Rip.
Clearly, I don't.
You're really not sure.
Hmm.
Because apparently today I can't roll higher than a 2.
You could swear that you, like, should know what it is, but for some reason it's just escaping you.
Okay.
Uh,
Guys, do you want to continue explore or can do something about this thing?
Doesn't seem to be bothering us if we're not bothering it, so
On to exploring then. Vranek,
I don't see a reason to
Rum?
antagonize it.
Ariza.
You're in the lead, sir.
All right. Cool. Well, let's go see where this one is bringing us.
Okay. Yeah, I'll say, boop. Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna. I'm
Oh.
gonna follow Grum.
I'll follow the train.
Yep.
Choop choop.
Do-do-do-do-do-do-do.
Yeah, me and Grum are following.
Yep. Ah. Okay. It did seem to be staring at you the entire way that you were moving.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna move to this one.
That one?
Yep.
Okay.
Following.
Boop. You're all following.
Jesus.
Diddle-diddle-did. Diddle-diddle-did. Doo-doo.
Jeebus.
Weak. Jabas. So where now? It seems to be another just pretty empty spot except for those strange, weird colored marks on the ground.
Um.
Crowds are getting on my nerves.
What was that?
Frantic will say, I swear, these things are getting on my nerves.
All right. Guys, follow me.
Okay.
Following.
Follow, follow.
Oh, yeah.
Follow the leader.
Follow the teleporters.
Follow the teleporters. Follow, 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 follow. And there's another one of those things.
Oh, son of a bitch. That just keeps getting bigger and bigger.
Hi.
Hello.
It just stares at you.
Brannick, do you want to have another go at trying to see what this thing is? Like, can't you, like, you don't remember anything?
Nope. How about you, Ganel? You want to take a shot?
Sure.
You're the one with the smarty pants crown.
Yeah, but Arcana's not too tied to wisdom. There you go.
You got no clue. You have no idea what in the hell this thing is.
cluesies. No cluesies. Can I take a shot at it? Hold on.
You could give it a shot.
Go nuts, Reza.
Go ahead.
Jesus bananas. Wow.
Now, Ariza, you're not entirely sure why you didn't realize this before. It's an elemental.
Ah.
Your parents, like, dealt with these things kind of a lot. It's just an air elemental.
It's just an air elemental. It's no big deal. I can make a water one.
I used to deal with those all the time. with my troll shaman, trying to get the stones and stuff in World of Warcraft. It was a pain. So time consuming.
What's World of Warcraft? I keep
It's
on. I
World of
wasn't enforced most of
Warcraft.
my life.
Jesus, you don't know that, Ariza.
All right. So what are you guys doing?
Okay, so we know that it's an air elemental.
You also know that usually they have to be summoned, and usually they just go back to the elemental plane after they're done.
So I shared that information. So I don't know who did it, but normally they're summoned. So when they must be here for a reason.
Who can summon those usually? Frantic, do you know? Or Ariza?
I could theoretically, if I get strong enough. Druids.
Technically, I can make a water one.
So we know that
say,
druids and clerics?
Well, actually, it's because of is it my crystal that does, or is it the cloak?
technically it's the cloak, but at this point they are almost one and the same. Like, the cloak seems to amplify the crystal.
The only reason I can make one now is because of this, and I hold up a crystal, because magic! Even though technically I think I can make one, I just have to see them once, I believe. Oh, my book's right here. But yeah,
Okay.
so, magic people. So,
Okay.
keep in mind I'm not very worldly smart, so,
Is it staring at me?
Yes.
All right. Let's get going, guys. I'm gonna go to the bottom right-hand one.
Bottom right hand one?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
How big is this? My piece of paper is relatively small.
Take a look at the size of the entire area, sir.
Okay. Okay, we're good.
I know.
It's all black.
I know, because I'm adjusting it.
Okay, I was like, did I just die?
You have been
You fall
consumed
off
by
the
the void!
I
Does the
approve.
void have cookies?
Wow.
Okay.
We have not been here before, guys.
Nope.
I do not believe so.
Brandon's just like, look, I hate these teleporters and they're making me sick. Ugh.
I'll need a good ale after this.
I'm about ready to start punching all the gods in the dicks.
All right. Well, let's go to the bottom
We
one.
still have two
guys.
more. Watch. Uranus is going to be a magical library where the books try to kill us. Watch.
In a
Right?
volcano.
He's just ranting now. He's like, and then we're going to go to mine, and Godric's is going to be in a volcano, because why wouldn't it be in a volcano?
I kind of pat Vranik on the back as he's ranting and be like, "It's okay, it's okay."
I fucking hate you people!
Why not? I just wanted to write my book. I don't want to. Big, tall, angry dragonborn. I don't think I want to be a part of that.
Okay, now this is starting to make sense a little bit, guys.
Uh-oh. Thing you have pen and paper.
Yep.
Like I said, I'm going wherever they go, I'm following. I'm just going to keep an eye out.
Now I want you
Rum will be,
to,
really ugly Rudrin, by the way.
yeah. I want you guys to, or I want Brudrin in particular, since he's technically being the squad leader. I want you to make a perception check, Brudrin.
Oh, jeebus. Fuck my asshole.
Well, what?
Your character is barely noticing that there are different symbols on each of these teleporters, and that's how you're keeping track.
Oh.
Because otherwise, your character has nothing to discern that this is different from anything.
That's right. That's right. Okay. Should have thought about this before, right?
Aha! Dave is here.
Oi.
Okay. So I am barely discerning, like, markings on those.
Yes, you can tell that they are slightly different markings.
Frank's gonna say,
Right.
hold on a second. And I'm gonna, when we land on the next one, wherever that one is, or actually before we jump on one of these, and like, which one are we going through?
Mr. Brudrin.
Well, hold on. You want me to pick another one?
Just point at one. The one you want us to go through next. Don't go through it
What
yet.
the fuck was that?
This one.
Okay. I'm gonna walk over to it,
Yeah.
and the ground. We're still on like grass, right?
Yes, it is still like dirt and stone and grass.
I'm going to pull out my mace and use the handle to scratch in the grass right next to it, like a 1
Okay.
in Draconic. The symbol for the number 1 in Draconic. Nice and bold, like right over here, super big.
All right.
Let's try to scratch the grass.
Go ahead and scratch it in.
I'm just making a symbol up there. That's
Yep.
That's 1 there. There you go, number 1. There, we'll do that. I'm gonna tell Bruce, walk through that, please. And then
And I
immediately
do.
back.
Okay. Shoop. Bam. Okay.
Okay, then
And now
we're
what?
gonna be,
I'm gonna walk right back through.
Gonna walk right back through.
I want
Okay.
to see if my symbol banister stays.
I'll just keep it this way. You walk through, you look at the ground. Seems to still be there.
Okay, I'm gonna scratch the number 1 next to the symbol that I'm standing on. I'm gonna walk back through, end up back in the party, and scratch it in.
Okay. I'll move Grum so you can actually put that somewhere. There we go.
There you go, Brudrin.
Okay.
I'm just gonna look at Brudrin and go, before we step in, we write a symbol next to it.
great.
And hopefully
I
they
like that.
stay. Hopefully. I don't
Alright,
hold any
so-
hope that they will stay.
Vranek, let's do a 2 beside
Alright.
the top one.
Alright. After you,
And-
sir.
And
Whoop.
there you go.
Whoop.
And we're all following.
Okay, you follow him through. And end up right there.
Do you want me to? Do you want to mark it now, or you want to go back and come back?
Mark it now, and then we'll have one of us go back to double check.
All right, I'll go back and go check.
Okay, you walk back through. There's still a 2 there. Looks very
Is there-
similar to what it had
Yay!
been.
All right, I come back and I say it's still there.
All right. Pick another one, mark it with a 3, and let's keep moving.
All right, we're gonna go
Bloody
to.
ass nonsense.
We're gonna go to the bottom one.
Bottom one?
Well, on the plus side, there are no flying swords or metal people trying to kill us. Grum will just growl at that comment.
Okay. Boop. Boop, boop. Okay.
All right. Let's go to the top one. So we need to say Vranik, Mark, boom.
Give me an insight check real quick.
Rip.
Just, you kind of had a weird feeling in the back of your head for a second, but it kind of just shakes off.
Okay. Can I?
Seems like a really weird shape on the ground for this one. Everything else has been kind of fancy and like different variations of winged things. This one's a house.
Like this one?
Mm-hmm. That's the symbol on the
All right.
ground.
Okay, I'm gonna share that with my friends. Hey guys, this one seems a bit odd. Seems to be like a house.
I'll go over and take a look at it.
Go ahead and do an insight. Or perception, whichever.
Insight's better.
You recognize this symbol, Vranik.
Okay. As
When you were on the lowest level of this thing, you remember walking off of it.
I think that's going to send us back to the beginning.
Shall we try?
No.
Okay.
Nope, I wanna go home.
We'll try the other one. Put like a star next to that one for me. Like I start scratching like an asterisk.
Star.
I'll put you in charge of drawing my arm and shoulder.
Should obviously split
All right.
up.
Yeah, no, we're not splitting up.
Alright, so you guys
Don't
are
give
trying
us-
the
don't-
other one?
Don't do that, Dave. Let's try the other one, yeah.
Go through the other.
King's Bounty flashbacks, oh god. Alright.
Remember, we're not supposed to mess up the god's stuff.
I don't think we're messing this up.
Boop. Boop.
Joy.
Spin the bottle.
Another elemental.
Just go. Dave's just getting a kick out of this. And yes, there's another thing staring creepily at you.
Okay.
You can
I'm
feel-
look at it and go, hasn't anyone ever told you it's rude to stare?
Would you like some water?
Okay, at your "it's rude to stare" comment, you see the air kind of get a little bit red, particularly around the cheek area.
I think you're angry at.
Smack him on the arm, be like, let's not mock the things that could knock us off the pillars, please. Thanks.
It's staring. That's rude.
Technically, it doesn't even have eyes.
Damn it, Saevrick.
Get happening? God damn it.
Okay,
Fuck it, I give up and start walking, pacing.
so what are you
Alright,
guys
Virgil,
doing?
pick another one.
Well, so I guess we need to go and kind of mark them all so that we can have a good understanding of what's happening or where we're being teleported to understand, especially if we need to move quickly, where we need to go.
Also,
So-
since you're
Yes.
since you're relatively close to the edge, Brudrin, You kind of get a glimpse down. You're way high up.
Like
you started probably about, you know, like 400 or 500 feet above the ground. You're easily about like 1,600. You can see a lot of the land masses down below.
I can see my house from here. Oh wait, I don't have a house. Fuck!
160 d6 damage, anyone?
I thought it was
all right. So you guys are okay with us just going around and marking the areas?
Sure.
That's the most logical thing to do with them.
All right.
Just if any of them look like the house symbol, we just mark that with the star and keep moving.
Okay. So this one, virus. Do I see anything odd for this one?
Go ahead and do an insight or a perception.
Jesus Christ, the rolls today.
You can't really seem to think of anything odd about it.
Radek, get over here.
I'll trump my way over.
Clang, 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 clang.
Yeah, that's a lot of clanging. Insight.
Go ahead.
By the way, Grum is going to start staring at the air elemental.
I'm sure she will.
Staring contest.
Staring contest with a thing that doesn't have eyes. You recognize the symbol like you've seen it before. You just don't remember where. It kind of is like a really, really small bird.
This we've already seen this one somewhere, but I don't remember where. But I don't think it's going to lead us back to the very start of this whole mess. So might as well figure out which one this one connects us to.
All right, I'm going in.
Okay.
The sheets.
Grum will follow, and yada yada yada.
Grum will follow. Etc. 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 Okay. You pop up and it's this thing again.
Oh dears.
It's staring at you creepily still.
Alright, I'm gonna make my way like far away.
Now I don't see any of our symbols on this one yet, do I?
No.
I'm gonna look around, look at it, and go, I told the last one it's rude to stare.
Stare.
Alright, so I'm gonna move like as close to the edge as possible without, you know, killing myself.
Step closer to the edge.
And, hey, but it's okay because I'm not crawling in my crawl, okay?
Okay.
God damn it.
That's right, no manners.
No manners.
All right,
so.
And I'm gonna be looking at this one here.
Okay. Doesn't seem familiar.
Okay, Radek, you coming?
Yep.
Alright, y'all go through as the air elemental stares creepily at you. Oh, you're not going through.
Well, no, I was checking first to see if I recognized it. We're gonna probably
No,
go first.
you don't recognize it.
Alright, that one looks new to me. Let's keep on
Alright.
trucking.
So y'all walk
Keep
through.
on going.
Whoop.
Keep on swimming. Keep on swimming. Keep on swimming. Swimming. Swimming.
Swim, swim, swim. Swim, swim, swim.
That's my job.
Jeez, this place,
Crawling
familiar.
in my crawl. The crawl, it will not crawl. That was great, Sunray. This is going to go bad. Dave with the confidence. Dave with his vote of confidence in all of you.
Thank you, Dave.
It's kind of the standard nowadays.
Brudrin will remember this.
Okay. So now what?
I'm going to look around and see if I see on the other ones if either of them match things I've already seen.
Like symbols, you mean?
Yeah.
Go ahead and do a perception or... actually, since you're... Well, go ahead and do insight, yeah, if you're gonna spend the time to walk over and, like, look at them.
Yes, I am.
Well, one of them sticks out very, very well. And it's this one down here. It's a house.
Alright, this is the...
Store.
There, little asterisk looking motherfucker. There you go. There you go.
This one seems kind of familiar, but it doesn't really seem to... Doesn't really seem to do very... like, have much impact on you. It's kind of just there.
Let's go in that one and mark it as number 7.
Alright, I'm gonna go in.
Etch a sketch. Pew. 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 Pew.
Huh.
Oh,
We've looped around, but now we're hopefully making progress.
alright. Are we recognizing any of these symbols here? Jesus Christ.
Oddly enough,
Finally,
yes, you do.
I guess. Which one?
This symbol, you actually recognize both of these, aside from the one you came off of right now. This one is very, very similar to one of the symbols with the room with the air elemental. And then this symbol is the same one as the room that you were just in.
Okay.
It's a very, very tiny little bird. This one seems to be an egg.
Let's go through the egg.
Alright.
Everyone through the egg, aka number 8.
Those are very well drawn 8s, okay?
The letter 8!
Hold on, this does not make sense.
I know.
Fuck.
This is probably why Dave was saying this will go so well. It's a free-floating, full-torso, vaporous apparition, and it's real! Where's my proton pack?
Check its PKEs.
Yep.
Go down there. Well, let's go. Let's try this one up here.
Yeah, but yeah, we're just going in circles, and like this was 8 now, this one was 5. So I don't think that we're doing something good. I think we're looking at numbers instead of the symbols.
Well, Brudrin,
Yeah,
you're in charge.
screw you guys.
Your god did this. You're up for this.
At least mine only threw killer sharks at me.
Grum is just gonna go. Grum wants to fight. This place sucks.
Come on, fight!
4 hours later.
Thank you for the support, guys. All right, so if I look at this one, do I see an egg?
The one directly, like, next to you? Like, here?
Yeah, the 1-5. Yeah.
Yeah, it's an egg.
Just want to put an 8 beside it too.
Well, I'm gonna put 5 here actually, just so that, and then I'm gonna put an 8, and I'm gonna put a 2 here, and then how do we play Sudoku again? Right now, maybe it should just be like seppuku or something.
Seppuku!
All right, I'm gonna go to the top one. Can I look at the symbol here?
It seems to be an egg cracking.
A cracked egg. Are we on a fucking farm?
God damn
Well,
it,
for
Cadell.
cracking it, to find the frying pan symbol, some bacon, and some delicious toast.
So you're going through, yes?
Yes, we need some waffles.
Yes.
Onward to waffles! Waffles! ho!
Whoa!
Watch us land on 4 or something.
Whoop.
Is it the same symbol that we landed on?
Yeah, it's a cracked egg.
All right.
Look for what makes sense after an egg is cracked, something hatching.
You also notice your scratch mark.
Yeah, okay. What is this symbol here?
That one's like the egg kind of breaking open and like a little head with eggshell on it.
Okay. What about this one?
That one is... It's a little bit of a rougher drawing, but it looks kind of like a weird... Like a chick. Like a little baby chick. It's still all puffy.
Fucking hate, my god. All right, so this one is like the next step in the egg hatching process.
Yes.
So we've been walking around a little bit, so I'm pretty sure it's about to hatch. So let's go jump right on it.
Yeah, we gotta find the baby bird, so we can give it to your dwarf god.
So we can give it to your dwarf god.
With the baby fucking bird.
It's a fucking bird!
Look how salty Brannick is
He's not
getting.
loud. He is pissed. He's like, I will shove the hatching bird down your god's throat. He will choke on it. And I'm just gonna go, how about that fucking teleporting shit?
Brannick is like,
I'd rather fight the
like,
sharks than teleporting back and forth. I swear. All that is holy and good to Bahamut, I don't even care. I'm going to bitch slap every one of these fuckers.
like running around, puff up.
Why are all of our gods dicks?
And the best part is we're just helping a bunch of dicks trying to tell their dick friend to not do dick shit. That's all we're doing.
You know what? Virus.
Your dick.
Huh?
You need to take what he just said and write it down the beginning of like your little campaign notes. Because that's basically the best summary I've ever heard of this fucking story.
Why are our gods dicks?
Just making our dick gods not tell their dick friend to stop doing dick shit. Like that's the most perfect thing I've ever heard in my life, Clay.
Okay.
I mean, Brannick.
That's pretty epic.
Oh,
Okay, Virus so was it 10 or 9 the last marking that I put in?
10.
10.
Okay.
We should just
Okay.
run dick butt everywhere.
I was about to put dick butts everywhere. Okay. I'm gonna look at this symbol.
Yes, it is kind of like You can see like most of the poofy fat chick with egg still on it.
Okay, and what about this one?
It's a house.
Fuck the
Whoa.
house. I'm going for the chick.
Fuck this house.
Fuck Baldur's house. We're gonna go chase down Baldur's hatching egg. I wonder if he laid it himself. Is this how dwarf gods are made? They lay eggs like chickens.
Is this how dwarf gods are made?
Alright, I'm going this one. We're following the chick, guys. I'm good at that, actually.
Hey, you're not Fortunato. No, okay.
Okay.
No, I know the reference. Everything's gonna be alright. It's all gonna be over soon.
Saevrick.
Okay, so I'm assuming that's the same symbol.
That was great, Tech Boy. And yeah, it's the same symbol on the ground right below
Yes,
you.
demonic. Yes. Yes, this is all along the Watchtowers. There must be some kind of way out of here. There must be some kind of way out of here.
Okay, so what is this one?
Okay, real quick. I want you to give me an insight real quick, Brudrin.
Hell yeah.
Oh
Okay.
no, I don't like rolling high insight because that means my god's gonna whack me in the head with some type of weird shit like chick. I'm gonna throw chick or like I don't know.
Something strange seems to kind of happen when you're walking around.
No.
It seems like pretty bad, but initially you're walking around and your axe kind of slips from your hand because you're kind of getting frustrated with all this like goddamn bullshit. Why are all of our gods dicks? As you're all arguing over this, your axe kind of drops from your hand and lands on the ground. It oddly enough seems to kind of dull out the symbol that you're like directly in front of and seems to slightly illuminate this one.
Are you fucking shitting me?
Do not trust.
What just happened, Brudrin?
Well, out of frustration, my axe slipped out of my hand. Like, I mean, the only time that this happens is when I'm really angry.
Everyone
and
went pitch black.
Yeah.
What?
I can't see your cam anymore. Or shells.
Can you hear me though?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh,
Okay.
there's Sav.
You're
I'm
safe.
still jittery.
It's
Yeah.
Roll20's bullshit. It's
Yeah.
better than nothing though. It's better than pitch black silhouette.
That's what Roll20's doing. He's like, fuck you.
Roll20 is
Bullshit
also one of the
match.
gods.
Oh, now
It's
great,
all.
great. Now my fucking camera is blue. GG. Logitech.
Da-boo-dee, da-boo-die.
I saw that shocker, buddy. Mwah.
All right.
Slow-mo.
Slow-mo. So what were you saying, Brudrin?
So I was explaining that my axe dropped on the ground and then it dulled that symbol but illuminated the other.
Of course, if we thump your axe on the ground, the symbols will light up. Why wouldn't they? Why wouldn't the god be an asshole like that? Let's just do that.
All right, I'm gonna take my axe and I'm just going to kind of thump it down on the ground and see what happens.
For the split second that it's on the ground, you kind of like thump and pull it back up, I'm assuming. Like you just tap.
Yep.
For the split second that it's on the ground, the other symbol illuminates and then you remove it and it goes back to everything normal.
Jesus Christ.
So basically, we're being idiots. Your god is probably laughing at us.
Oh yeah.
Oh good.
Oh yeah. All right,
Good.
so I see this one illuminates, so I'm gonna go through this one.
Let's just do that. Let's just do that.
Okay.
I'm just going to imagine all the wonderful ways I will kick those gods in the nuts. Even Katoon. I will find a way to cast polymorph on Katoon to give her nads so I may kick them.
Hey, Katoon wasn't an asshole.
Yeah.
Actually,
Just
all the
sharks at me.
so straightforward. She just had giant ass sharks in it.
All right, I'm gonna put my axe. I'm not gonna stomp it down. I'm just gonna kind of put the axe on the ground and keep it there and see which one illuminates.
Pew.
All right, bottom right, guys.
The way.
All right, so I'm gonna. You're doing that for the next couple, yeah.
Yeah, I'm doing that until something happens.
Okay, so we're just going to skip ahead a little bit because now it is literally just following your like etchings currently until you reach
follow
back
the
up over
chick
here.
all the way to the house.
Okay, you're back over here. You touch the axe down, and it illuminates this one.
Okay. Then go to this one.
Huh?
Okay,
What are we-
is it too late to look at the symbol?
Nope, it's too late.
Okay.
It's too late to look at them.
Hang on, I need to zoom out. Screw me making this map so large. Even zoomed out, it's a bit much.
Hey.
Yeah, Roll20 video is borked, Dave.
Yeah,
It's,
Roll20 video is
it's
super
working.
borked.
It's working for like Shell.
Yep,
And that's it.
makes
The
everybody
rest of us
stutter.
are all dark like our souls.
Alright, so you go through that teleporter, and just in the middle of this room is a really big fucking snake. And it's just staring at you.
Looking at the player snake ratio, it's not that big, bro.
You're
I'm
right.
going to calmly look at the snake staring and go, "It's rude to stare. Do I have to tell
I was about to say,
everyone of Baldur?"
I want you to imagine, if you would, because this is the actual like size of it coiled up, technically, when it's trying to be all coiled up. Its head, like just its actual head, not the neck bit, but just its actual head is probably about the size of you.
Okay. Fair enough.
So,
As
fuck is what we're
telling it-
saying.
I will continue telling it it is rude to stare, and that all of Baldur's minions are very, very rude.
Yes, and it's rude to invade.
You realize that Baldur told us to come here, right? Like
And
this isn't an invasion.
you realize that I have been tasked with defending this place, keeping it from unwanted and unworthies.
Well, if we weren't worthy, why would we have the crystals? And I nudge Bertrand to put up his crystal.
Not everyone who has power is good.
Well, you're just being a butt. I mean, you don't really have a butt, but, you know.
You're being a cloaca. That make more sense for you.
Now, what, pray tell, do you intend to do with this power?
Stop it, evil.
Guys, I just want to share with you because I didn't share with you this morning. I had a dream last night where my dig god came to me and said, "Don't fuck my shit up," pretty much.
Well, I don't intend to
Gotcha.
attack the giant talking snake unless it comes and tries to bite me.
All right, sounds good. Let's attack only if attacked. How about that?
We're all trying to assemble the fucking statue of the super monkey in the Legends of the Hidden
Damani.
Temple.
Yes, we're doing Xanth here. My talent is peeing funny colors. It makes sense if you've read the Xanth books, but if you haven't, you have no idea what that means. I'm gonna let the snake say, look, we each are avatars of different gods. The dwarf there is Baldur's.
It seems very, very disinterested in your like words currently at the time. As you're saying that, it kind of just.
I'm gonna take a few steps forward, and I'm gonna say I was sent by Baldur, and I'm gonna show my axe. I say he gave me this, along with a crystal.
You
What are you?
don't understand. Just because you can get them does not mean you are worthy.
Okay, what do I need to do to be worthy?
What do you intend to do with this power?
I was about to say that.
Fuck all the bitches. Get all the money.
Yeah, fuck bitches, make money. I don't know.
Grum will actually probably say, Grum intends to beat up Orc tribe.
And yourself.
You're cutting up if you were saying anything.
And yourself. It's looking at you, Vranik.
I just want to help people and maintain law and order.
That's for you. Don't.
You, as let's say, you kind of feel almost like a weird, very, very odd sense from its stare, and then it seems to just go to the next person. And you, it's looking at you, Ariza.
I just want to know what the fuck happened to my mom and dad. My birth mom and dad. And then now I got stuck in a fucking water, and now I'm up high. I don't like being up high.
And
I just want to know mom and dad.
Why do you need this power for that?
That's a good question. One thing led to another, and we're all kind of here.
What do you intend to do with this power? It seems to be getting agitated at you.
Who, me?
Give me a clear answer.
We're trying to stop a great evil from fucking everything up and destroying a bunch of people's livelihoods, and we're trying to save people, even though we're kind of selfish and only got into this for our own sake. Dang it!
Okay, go ahead and make a persuasion real quick.
Shit. Okay, Discord, or not Discord. No, roll 20 will.
Just have to pay respects.
I know. Oh my god. Oh, that's my charisma.
Telling the giant snake beast to go fuck itself.
I didn't tell him to go fuck itself, did I?
Yes.
You pretty much did.
Oh, I mean, hey. I just want to be good.
Okay.
Know,
So you
right?
feel a very intense stare on you for a second from it, and then it kind of seems to shift its gaze over to you, Ganel. And what about you?
My intentions? Well,
Yes.
I don't wish to see anybody held down by the chains that's going to cause from all this from among the gods. I don't wish to see Uranus destroyed, nor do I want to see any of the other gods destroyed, nor to see an apocalypse happen upon this planet. My intention is to take this power that we're trying to collect and go after the evil that we originally had been intended to go after.
It kind of stares at you intently for a second. You feel a really strong, like, intensity in its gaze. And then after a couple seconds, it kind of just shifts off you and goes to Brudrin. Brudrin, it looks at you and says the same thing. And yourself.
I think we all came together for the same purpose of trying to restore order and balance and prevent anarchy and destruction.
You feel its gaze intensify on you for a bit. While you are not lying that you believe these things, one would do well to know your compatriots better. She, and the snake looks over at Grum, is not here for such noble reasoning, but her mission is still for the greater good in her own way. You may pass. But
Grum's just gonna harumph and go, Grum say Grum wants to smash Orc Clan.
but be prepared for what is coming. You will have much to prepare for. And it kind of slithers out of the way and, like, over into the corner.
Hey!
Hey! Dun, 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 dun.
Dun da da da.
So we had the opportunity, I say we take it now before it changes its mind.
Yes.
Yeah, it seems to be completely, like, non-hostile right now. It is staring at you, but it's not, like,
No,
super
yell at it.
intense staring.
I'm just gonna walk towards it and I'm gonna look at it again and go, it is rude to stare.
It is the only way to see the truth. Go ahead and do a, like, religion check real quick, Brannick.
I'm actually not trained in all things considered. Oh, well, that's not bad for a guy who didn't pay attention in class.
You,
I mean, shit.
you remember reading some of this in your scriptures, because it's just one of those things, you know, like dealing with gods, you kind of come across it in some of the old manuscripts and stuff. This is a Naga. They're fucking servants of gods. They can't die.
What did you call me again?
Bertrand, shut the fuck up!
This is a very powerful one. You can, or you remember the actual, like, scriptures and stuff like that. They're varying sizes. This is about the largest they get.
Oh, lovely.
And congrats, you didn't piss it off.
Yay, congrats, we survived. All right, before jumping on this one, can I look at the symbol on it?
You most certainly
Tell me
can.
if you tell me it's a fucking house, I will blow shit up.
No, actually. It is a giant fucking eagle.
Oh, nice. America! Fuck yeah!
Come, motherfucker, come! Okay. You all come onto this platform. There's just a little pedestal sitting right there in the center.
Oh, nice. I love pedestals because we usually have to put stuff in. Or like,
Line all up in them. Insert our pointy crystals into the slots.
yeah.
We nearly escaped sure death.
I was sure I was like the outburst of like pure just like frustration was gonna get me dead.
All right, so yeah, you all insert the crystals, I'm assuming.
Yup.
So smooth.
It kind of illuminates. You feel that same kind of transfer of power that you guys normally feel. And then all of the, like, earth masses start slowly descending. You see that, like, you can see below you the Naga kind of just, like, burrow back under the ground.
Frank's just gonna watch it and go, that's fucking weird.
After a couple minutes, it all just kind of goes back down, and it looks like the entire area was never even disturbed in the first place. And a gentle breeze just passes by all of you.
Take the crystal back and put it back in my circlet.
Malik's just kind of sitting there on the ground, like, with his jaw down. Just... pretty much that, yeah,
Okay.
sure. He also has, like, about, like, 20 pages kind of next to him. Just... And then it all kind of fits back into place, and he grabs another one and is kind of, like, slowly scrawling on it with his jaw still hanging out. Just...
Nobody's ever gonna believe that any of this happened once his book is, like, out.
You'd be lucky there's a world left over after all this happens.
Fair.
All right. What just happened? Do we feel any different?
You feel a bit more energized, but you're not entirely sure what.
Okay. Guys, what do you think just happened? How are you all feeling?
I'm gonna punch your god in the dick. When it's all over, I'm gonna punch some gods in the dick.
Apparently
Okay.
violent.
I'm a bit I don't know, I'm a bit weirded out because all the other temples that we visited, it was tiny bit harder.
Don't jinx it!
So I'd
No,
say,
I'm not jinxing it. Stay away from the volcano though. But yeah.
All
So
right.
what time is it?
what time is it? Like, of the day?
Yes.
It's like mid-afternoon. You weren't up there for too terribly long. You kind of walked in circles quite a bit, but...
Okay. You guys want to make camp?
It's probably for the best.
Yeah.
We can
All
start
right.
working on
Yeah.
getting towards the next temple. I suppose.
Let's do
Alec,
that.
did you hear me
Yeah.
yelling at you?
No, we
You
did not
yelled at
hear
you yelled at
yelling
me?
God damn it. I mean, no, why would I yell at you? Like,
Why would I ever do that? No.
no, I didn't.
No.
I didn't do anything.
All right. So, what all will you guys be doing now?
Sleeping.
Well, what time of day is it about?
Said midday.
Midday?
Oh, not sleeping.
So we still got a few hours of daylight ahead.
We might as well. I'm gonna look at the map and go, well, Ganella, you're up.
Great.
How far away is it?
Shall we start working our way that way?
All right, so you can either try to bypass Baldur's Gift, the town, or you can go through the mountain pass itself. The easier way you're thinking will be the mountain pass, because you guys passed it, you're pretty sure.
Is that Harpy Pass?
Yeah, that's Harpy Pass.
Oh, I love Harpy Pass right now. We have some scores to settle with those little bastards.
How about dove head first off a cliff last time we were up there?
Yeah, it's true. I wouldn't be surprised if it's in there, though. In the past, it seems the kind of place that, no offense, Uranus would probably put something. Because all the gods, we just need to channel our inner dick, and we'll figure out where the gods put their temples.
I don't have one.
Yep.
Well, that would be why yours put it in the big pool of water. Because it's wet.
God,
Dun, dun,
I give up.
Vranik has literally had about too much of these god shits.
Eh,
He's gonna be acting
like,
off
I am
the
so
rest
done.
Like, you know, you read the history books that never talks about talking snakes, teleporters. Stories are all much more interesting than talking snakes and teleporters.
Yeah.
Here's Ganal. Which way do you think we should go?
Do we need to stop in town for any reason whatsoever?
I wouldn't mind stopping in town just to visit Wilhelm, because that's where he was last time we were about. Maybe actually get like a good night's sleep before we go gallivanting into Harpy Town.
I was kind of thinking the same thing, so.
Anyone objected
Yeah.
to getting some nice rest in a nice inn?
I do not object.
No objections. Malik's, yes, I could go for a bit of rest in an actual building for once. Well, for once in a long while. Shall we then?
Sure.
Yeah, let's go.
Okay. You all proceed along the road, or proceed back to the road, I should say. Go ahead and do a survival check.
This time I think it'll... Ganal should be with me on this.
Yeah, Ganal is probably going to be the one to do it.
Survival?
Yep. Survivor!
You're welcome.
You're managing to find the road pretty easily. It takes you roughly the majority of the day to get back to the road. But you do manage to find it. When it becomes night, Malik, did we want to continue on or did we want to just rest now?
Might as well rest now.
Okay. He creates the little hut thing that you guys all kind of rest in. Also, welcome, Thomas. But yeah, he creates the little thing and just, yes, and kind of rests. And so tell me, what was it like up there? Was it exciting? Was there many adventures? Was there a great big battle?
None of the above.
He kind of,
Fucking annoying.
huh?
I'm going to explain in excruciating detail exactly what we found to Malik.
A whole lot of fucking nothing.
Like in detail, I'm going to describe like the grass, the various little pillar thing that we landed on, how high up we went. Like, I'm going to give him all the details for him to sleep.
He just kind of, yeah, okay. Yeah. So really nothing exciting at all? Maybe just a
No.
little?
There were a couple of air elementals who very rudely stopped staring.
And the egg puzzle.
And yeah, well, no, I told you, excruciating detail. I'm going exactly how we had to follow the eggs hatching into a bird, and how I vowed to shove the hatching bird down Baldur's throat. I'm going to make it very clear to him that I intend to shove a bird down Baldur's throat if I ever get the chance.
Nice. Okay.
Gods.
Oh, silly, silly gods.
You just wait. I'm just waiting for the books that come alive and try to murder us. I'm waiting. Because at that point, Frank's gonna be like, books don't survive fire, you sons of bitches!
Curse you! Okay. So yeah.
I'm gonna tell,
Malik kind of writes down really, really sadly. Like he seems...
don't worry, I'm pretty sure mine's gonna be in a volcano. That'll be plenty exciting.
He kind of perks up a little bit. Ah! Oh. Oh.
Yeah.
He looks like upset again.
Yeah, it'll be flaming. It'll be so hot, the words will just be too much fire for your page.
Hot. I spit hot fire.
Yeah, exactly. Malik's new name is Dylan because he spits hot fire. All right.
Alright, so aside from that, yeah, I was about to say, I'm assuming you're all, like, going to sleep.
Quite.
Okay. Everyone make an insight check!
Oh, I see.
Ooh.
Okay, one for Grom. Perfect.
Jeepers.
Damn, we all get to talk to our bitches tonight.
Alright, we'll start with Ganel since he was so eager to roll first. You all start going to sleep?
While you start with Ganel, I just I'll be right back.
Okay. You start trancing out. After a little bit, there's a familiar figure walking in front of you. Hello again.
We really need to stop meeting like this.
Quite. But this provides more tools for you, as it were.
Well, we're headed to your tomb next.
Yes, yes you are. And it will be most interesting.
Hmm. You share any of this insight?
Well, to be fair, mine wasn't really made by me. You see, they rather just made me give up some of my power and seal it away. It was rather part of the deal, fools all of them. But I suppose... Oh no, that's a story for another time, actually. And he kind of smirks.
I'm kind of interested in what your all's dealings were. Why did you fake your death?
It was part of the deal. And he kind of just looks off for a bit. Go ahead and do go ahead and do an insight real quick.
Sure.
You think you catch it for just a moment. He actually looks kind of annoyed at that memory.
So what bothers you so much about it?
Oh, well, would you really want to be considered dead forever? No, I think not.
It depends on the purpose of it.
It definitely has had its uses.
So what was the deal? You lost your power?
Oh, I obviously have not lost my power. As you can see, I still have plenty. And at that, it kind of wakes up. Fuck! You did notice a slight, flick of his wrist when you woke up, though. So he actually is like doing something to stop the conversation early.
Hang up.
Pretty much hang up.
What if I can like force it again?
Well, it's kind of morning. It usually just for some reason seems to take up the entire night.
Don't
Go ahead and
offer-
do a go ahead and do an insight one more time.
Oh,
Holy
double 20s.
shit.
So-
Oh my god!
So initially, hang on.
God damn.
Initially, he you know hangs it up.
Mhm.
And normally when he you know finishes something, it's morning. Like he
Right.
just keeps you in that state all night. This time for some reason you actually snap out of it midnight. And you can tell that he kind of just keeps you in a suspended state.
Interesting.
You can, I was about to say, you attempt to like trance out again to try to get him to show back up. And he's kind of, or you're like trancing out and all of a sudden he's just, why am I back?
I'm gonna just slowly look up at him. I wasn't done talking yet.
He tries to do a little motion. It doesn't work. He does it again and again. Fine. I knew giving them these powers would be a stupid fucking idea.
Jesus.
I've seen you summon some demons and infiltrate some dreams, but I'm not quite sure to what extent your power truly is.
Well, the demons were but a tool. Really. I would not normally associate with such vile creatures, but when something must be done, motivation must be set. The stage must be set. I do what must be done. Someone
And this
always has to play the villain.
You know, at the end of all this, I am somewhat sympathetic towards you.
Oh, I know. I know. Do not think that I don't know your thoughts. After all, we are rather connected.
Fair enough. I'm not one to believe that somebody should be bound forever.
Quite.
And I think that's honestly why I am helping you.
Ah, good. What is it you intend to do, then? He kind of gives you a knowing smile.
And just sort of nod at him. I'll do what must be done. You know that.
Quite.
Or die trying.
Well,
Somebody's having a lot of
this second interesting bit has been quite interesting, to say the least. But I really do have
Can I
other
try to
things
cut him off
do.
this time? I want to try to cut him off this time.
Go ahead. Roll an insight. I will even tell you the target. 10 or higher. It's not gonna be hard. Because
I
you
just
can
need a
wake
3.
up whenever the fuck you can. For a second, I was about to say, did it really roll a 2?
Yeah. Be like, I'm finished.
He's
here.
like, I
Click.
am fully a click. He's just.
The sass master, I swear to God.
Okay, so when you wake up, you have a really interesting understanding of things. You can now use your circlet to cast Mislead once a day, and Modify Memory once a day.
Ooh.
What the fuck? Jesus.
Nice.
I don't like y'all.
I don't like you guys. Alright, where are you? Okay. And now we will go to... Who wants to be next? Well, we'll do this. Alright, so Arize, you're sleeping.
Yes.
And suddenly you kind of feel like you're rocking on water. Just in a boat.
I'm walking on water? Or
Rocking.
on water?
Rocking on a boat.
Gotcha. Oh.
Kinda wake up.
Why, hello there.
Hi!
Hello there. Somebody subbed.
Oh, hi. Hello. What's up?
Aha! Anil Sanad. Thank you very much.
Hello.
Hello!
Alright. Hello. But yes. You wake up.
Take a tune.
Are you having a nice nap?
Yeah. I like boats.
Everybody should like boats.
Everybody should love water. Water's great. We were really high in the air. It wasn't fun at all. And a snake yelled at
Yes, Baldur was rather fond of his heights. Said it allowed him to see things more clearly.
me. He's just a dick. We walked around for hours. Now I think we're going to. Someone remind me who we're going to again?
Uranus.
We're going to his place next. So.
Ah, yes, we constructed that. That was interesting.
Is there anything that we can get a heads up on? I know you don't like giving answers to the test early, but
Sadly, I can't really give you much for that. Just,
Dude, I like you.
just do be prepared.
For what?
There'll be a couple of interesting bits in there. I set up a few. How about a pie?
You say so. Ooh, I like pie.
Pulls
I
out a
did
pie
this
just
time.
out of thin air.
I swear she's trying to fatten me up, man.
Nice.
What kind of pie is it?
We'll say apple.
Apple? I like it. Take it and say thank you.
At least your god's not trying to kill you.
Right? She's just trying to fatten me up and then could throw me in the oven for later.
Thanks much,
You're a
Alex.
nice guy.
Much obliged.
Well, it's gonna be fun.
Yes, I really do hope that the
I wonder why it's echoing. Weird ass thing. Do I have it overlaying twice, maybe? Maybe. Aha! Thank you, Alex. Much obliged.
do be prepared for what comes after you're finished, dear.
Because of course she's gonna.
Okay, I'll try. I just want to know who my mom and dad is. Dang, I don't even know how I got here.
She kinda seems a little bit down at that.
I know.
And just stops. You wake up. You still have half a pie.
Fuck the pie! God damn it! I'm just throwing a tantrum like a little kid, just flipping shit. How?
Oh, alright, so you're getting something a little bit weird. There's nothing specific, so you're just going to have to write it down, because it's not actually a normal thing.
Oh, I get special shit.
Once per short rest, you get a 15-foot cone that does 4d6 damage, and they have to make a con save versus your wisdom spellcasting bit, your spell save DC. So for all your other spells. If they save, they take half damage. If they don't save, they take the full damage and they're pushed 10 feet. It's everything in the cone.
Oh, plus, what was the last part?
They're pushed 10 feet away from you if they don't save. Shocky mini. And you can do that once per short rest.
That's not bad.
Alright. Is Brudrin even back?
Yeah, I've been back this whole time, dude.
Okay. I didn't hear you say I'm back, so I missed that apparently. All right. So you're going to sleep, and suddenly you wake up on clouds again. Ah, I see you managed to not fuck it up.
I did my best.
Aye, you did. Ah. Now then. What are we gonna do about you? You're a bit too straightforward for my liking most of the time. What to do?
You say it, boss. I just want to help out and restore balance.
I was like you once. Lost in the heat of battle. Lost amidst all the clamour and clatter. Until I learned. I learned how to see what my eyes could not see. I learned a great many things. Now the question is, what should I give to you? Oh, so many ways. You really should be preparing for Uranus's temple, you know.
I will be ready.
Oh, will you now? I guess there's only one way to find out now, isn't there? You know, I don't think you're quite ready for some of me advanced teachings. So, we'll just leave you with this. And he kind of flicks you down and you just wake up. You kind of don't really feel much different. But you feel like you've gained more control over certain things. Now you can actually cast Fly twice a day, and you can cast Wind Wall twice a day. He doesn't seem to actually be... He doesn't seem to think you're ready, apparently.
That's because my god's a dick.
Aren't they all?
That's why he punched in the dick.
In the cat!
I can punch him in the cat.
Alright. Vranik! You're sleeping. And suddenly it's a little bit warm. At least on the areas that aren't covered by plate mail.
Alright.
You wait.
I'm going to open my eyes and sit up.
Yep. You look at him. You, he kind of is looking at... Ah, yes, hello! Good to see you again.
I'm going to look at him and say, I swear, if your temple involves teleporting puzzles and talking snakes, I'm going to be very, very upset.
Why would it involve teleporting puzzles and talking snakes?
That's a good question. I don't know why half the stuff that's been happening happens, but it does.
Well, we all have our own unique ways of dealing with things, I suppose. Really, I guess I shouldn't be, too confused that Baldur had that. He always was a rather odd one.
Yeah. And for some reason we had to follow the hatching of a bird.
Well, how else would you get to the top of... Where is his place again? Isn't it on a mountain?
Oh no, it was literally in the middle of the sky.
Oh, well, even more reason for there to be a bird. Yes. He kind of stares at you and, like, go ahead and do an insight check. How's it going, Zeus?
Make sure I'm on my sheet for this. Oh, wow.
Yeah, he's just staring at you like, obviously that's how it works.
I'm just gonna just facepalm like... So anything I need to know about Uranus's temple, tomb, crypt, whatever you want to call it?
Well... Oh, what did we do there? I remember it was a joint effort between the four of us, since he was not allowed to do anything. Oh... I know that Aruku had a hand in it, so he'll probably have his little area that's full of fun bits.
So what I'm gonna guess is it's probably gonna be like a gauntlet.
I wasn't really there for the construction of their segments, but that would probably be a pretty good guess.
Well, since you're referring to them as segments, that's what I'm going to assume. Great. All right. Well, I don't really have any other questions, Godric, at the moment.
Ah, good. How's this treating you? And he kind of taps the armor.
I like it. I can sleep in it.
Well, yes, of course. It has to be comfortable. One must always be prepared for the coming battles.
Yeah, it's actually really, really good because I'm usually not strong enough to work.
Yes, I also had Aruku make it particularly easy to wear.
Well, he did a good job on it.
For one will never know what my avatar will be. Although it would be quite awkward if it was a halfling. I don't know how that armor would work.
Does the armor not resize itself?
You know, no one's ever actually gotten this far. He kind of looks at you and just kind of does the, like, I look back forth thing, like, wait, I shouldn't have said that.
How many times have this been done?
And yes, Zeus, that is happening Wednesday. Goodbye, and you wake up.
I'm going to try to resist it.
Go ahead and roll the insight.
God help me roll high, please. No.
Not quite. You, like, kind of struggle for a second and then just wake up. Alright. You do, however, get a couple little neat things. Where are you? Notes. I had my notes. Ah! Ah, yes, that's what it was. Okay. So twice per day, you actually can use Fire Shield.
Ooh.
What caster level?
It only technically has one.
Oh, you can't do the spell slot boosting on Fire Shield?
Nope, not on Fire Shield. But yours is a slightly stronger version of Fire Shield. It's 3d8s instead of 2d8s.
Alright. Cool.
Okay. And Grums happens.
As I've been informed, the instant Grum sees Aruku, she attempts to punch him in the face.
Go ahead and give it a try. We'll just go through it just for the sake of you can tell Grum what happened. Okay. You attempt to punch him in the face.
She was very clear. I must always punch him in the face.
He kind of puts the hand... He puts up his hand and catches her fist with 2 fingers. Ah. Just...
My finger slipped.
Of course. And yeah, we'll probably have song requests still up on Wednesday. I'm not too worried about it. But he kind of just drops her down. Is this really the way that you're going to greet me every single time?
I don't know what you're talking about. Grum just had a reflex.
After I gave you such nice things, why are you always insistent on causing me problems? Really now.
Grum caused you problems. You
Yes.
caused Grum problems.
Well, really, if I'm going to be giving away supremely powerful magical artifacts, shouldn't I have some type of test?
At least, well, Grum will admit your test did not involve boring no fights and teleporty things.
See, my tests are actually challenging. Baldur's tests are all about, fighting's not the right way to do things. They have to learn sight. I come up with interesting and brilliant designs. Yes.
I'm trying to think of how Grum would respond. she'll just stare at him like, "You fucking for real right now?" Like just that deadpan. What?
What?
Yeah, like that.
Okay.
Well, do you have things to teach Grum? Do you have things to tell Grum?
Here, you know what? I do have something. I do have something.
Grum wanted to also ask, can Grum make tiny skulls out of bone?
Out of bone?
The spell creation that she can do. She's asking him if she can do it with a bone. Will it work that way?
Not really. And yes, people can die.
Oh yeah, yeah, Zeus. Oh yeah. People can die 5 times in one long gaming campaign.
Yeah. That's if your DM's
I've
like
heard-
a dick and has it out for you, though.
We don't
Yeah.
talk about that.
But yeah, he kind of like stops for a second and is like, no.
Grum will make them out of wood then.
But I do have an interesting bit that the earth can do for you. He kind of like reaches down onto the ground and like stones literally just cake his body. Now you try.
Grum's gonna look at her hand, look at the ground, and then poke at it.
It kind of like, or she like touches the ground and all of a sudden all the like stones just start crawling onto the skin basically. Until she's completely covered. Not completely, like there's still cracks in it, but
Grum will poke at it.
seems really sturdy. Like they're just on there. There, now maybe you will be a little bit better suited for the front. And just wakes up. Grum now knows it's kind of a homebrew thing. Basically, once per day for 10 minutes you can get a +2 AC boost. Yes, it's very important that when they die, it's the player's fault for doing something dumb.
Yes, and not.
Now, it can also be when something really unlucky happens, like if they just roll a 1 for a save or something. But
You should never out and out purposefully forcibly kill a player.
correct. If the dice will it to be so, then it is so, but
Alright, well I got that written down for Grum.
Okay.
Grum will just wake up. Grum's not going to try to stick around.
Yes.
Don't worry, Shell. We'll kill you sooner or later.
No, shut up!
All right.
That is the true final baptism of a D&D player. You've lost
death.
someone.
Yeah, I feel
So
like
yes.
I'm gonna legitimately cry when Ariza dies, if she dies, whatever.
You all wake up. Malik's dome seems to just fade out, and he wakes up.
I'm throwing a tantrum.
You're throwing a tantrum.
Yeah. Because what Katoon said?
Yeah.
Fucking bullshit.
When I wake up, I'm just going to open my eyes, sit up, and go, well, we are not the first, and apparently this is the farthest anyone's ever gotten on this madness. Good
Cool.
to know.
Katoon's a dick! I'm just throwing shit.
As you still have a pie on you. Half a pie.
Fucking throw the half pie. Mad.
Yeah.
I don't know why it never occurred to me to ask her beforehand.
All right, yeah, so, yeah. Brian's going to very clearly say that and just be like, I am going to hurt somebody.
Oh, what happened?
We're not the first to try this, but we are the first to get this far.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh, there's been more. Huh.
Apparently. Not sure how many more. I almost resisted Godric kicking me out of the connection, though. I'm gonna get answers.
Ah, yes, yes.
I did a little bit more than that.
Oh, please tell me you got one up on him. Please, I need to know that you actually smacked the god around. It made me so happy. I didn't.
He tried to cut the connection and I reforced it open.
He also seems... Oh, not the first one to... And he kind of stops.
I also forced it closed later on after I was done with the conversation.
Malik kind of just froze for a second.
Why are you...
Did I notice?
I think I remembered what happened to me.
You alright?
Do you remember when I kind of lost my memory for quite a bit of that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I was dead.
What?
I remember a bit more about that stabbing pain. I remember looking down and there was clearly a blade through my chest.
So what does that make you now?
I don't know. I know I'm back.
How do you know that, though? Like, this shit's weird, man!
How do I know I'm back? Because I'm here!
Resurrection is not outside the purview of spellcasting. It's not easy, but it's something doable.
This is the first time Ariza's ever heard of this shit.
Damn it, Ganel.
I don't know what's going on.
He's clearly not undead, because undead aren't necessarily intelligent. We've used healing magic on him previously since then, so he's not getting hurt by it. So again, he's probably not undead. Huh. So somebody killed you.
Saevrick.
I believe so, yes. At least if I'm remembering clearly. Huh.
Do you know who?
I have no idea. I remember I was standing atop the temple, and suddenly I had a blade through me. And that was the last thing I remembered.
Huh.
Well, shit!
Well, now I definitely we need to keep watch. That's for damn sure.
Well, I don't think anything can get through that thing that I put up. At least if memory serves right.
Yeah, it saved us a couple times, so I think when we're in it, we're okay. It's just, I don't know.
Huh.
We
You
definitely
know.
need to get to town.
Hmm.
Give me a... History's not a thing anymore, is it? I don't think it is.
It is.
Oh, go ahead and do a history check real quick.
I really don't want to roll this, but I will.
I know you don't.
Ah,
Not bad.
not shabby.
You remember something from a few days ago. When you were still in Katoon's Blessing.
Bless
Or
you.
Katoon's Harvest, I'm sorry. You remember Aranis saying that he'd give you something back, but you never figured out what it was.
Give me something back.
Maybe he gave you Shad back.
You saying he gave me Malik back?
Maybe.
You don't know.
Virus is being cryptic as fuck, so we can only guess.
Maybe I didn't want Malik back.
Best part of being a DM is being cryptic as hell, man.
Yeah, I know.
Watch your players squirm, come up with crazy ideas. And you're
Yep.
just sitting there going, I have no idea what I'm doing right now.
But yes. That was a rather strange way to start my day. He kind of seems a little bit off-put. Kind of seems to be like checking himself. Like he's doing the pulse thing. Like,
I'm just gonna say, hold on a second. I have a real easy way to figure out this. I'm going to hold up my holy symbol and turn undead.
okay. You turn undead.
Yeah.
Nothing happens.
Exactly. Like, you ain't undead. You're alive.
Huh. Yeah, well, that's good. I'm really confused,
If you'd
but...
been undead, he would have been running screaming.
Does he
Ah,
look very distressed?
he seems pretty distressed. I mean, he literally just found out he died and somehow he's back. At least that's what he's thinking.
I want to walk over to him and cast Modify Memory.
Okay.
What?
What are you replacing it with? Slash, what are you replacing?
I want to replace the moment that he realized that he was killed. And
Oh shit!
we'll replace it with a memory of him being, let's say, in a tavern, singing, just being lavished over by all the lady folk.
Okay.
Do we know if he's gay or not?
So you...
Wait, say that word again?
Do we know if he likes to play music?
Big K, you can get on my damn.
I believe he has to make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
Yep, I was just looking it up.
I think it's a, I want to say a DC 14, I want to say for mine.
What is it? I think yours would be wisdom, so probably...
Yeah. Yeah, it's a DC 14.
And it's a wisdom save, you said?
Yes.
Okay. You go over and you just place your hand on the back of his head, and all of a sudden he kind of just calms down and is like, right, what were we talking about again? How'd I get here? Where are all the ladies?
We're going to, where are we going again?
Where are my adoring
Going to
fans?
Baldur's-
I'll just pat,
Oh, Malik, you fell and bumped your head, honey.
just pat him on the back and walk away.
Yeah, we're going with that, right?
Oh.
That he fell and bumped his head.
Right.
Sound good?
We're off to Baldur's Gift, are we not? He kind of gets up
Yes.
and dusts himself off. Shall we?
Sure. Wink, wink.
Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Say no more, say no more.
Pretty much.
Bob's your uncle.
Look at
Okay.
you being all cute and shit.
All right, so you all start going. What? Hang on, OBS freaked the hell out and put it to something entirely different for some reason. There we go. I could just put it as a blank for some reason. I don't know why.
Hey, car crasher.
Hey, Car Crasher. And yes, D&D is always interesting.
Of course, if not.
So
then
go
we
ahead
won't.
and do perception, everyone who wants to.
Survival
For-
for those of us who...
Well, you're on the road.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure that as basic living creatures, you can follow a straight path.
Are you
There's one.
sure? Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
If you really want to try, if
I
you,
mean, I did get lost 10 feet into the woods one time.
if you really, really want to try,
Hey, at least you didn't,
nice, Crasher.
open your eyes.
True enough.
Okay, so nothing particularly out of the ordinary seems to be happening. It's actually a really, really nice day. Like,
If they're
there's
like.
there's a couple clouds. It's actually pretty sunny. The weather isn't oppressively hot, nor is it ridiculously cold. There's a nice sea breeze.
Sounds like heaven to me.
Malik kinda, he still seems a little bit confused, but he's not really like down, so he's a bit distracted. It's like, wait, I was at a tavern, and then I just kind of, did I just? He just, oh well.
I just tell him that he bumped his head and that,
Yeah, yes.
he was out of commission for a couple days and.
Yes.
We lied to you. Come on now.
All right, so you continue for about no metagame. All right, so you all continue on your way. Takes about half a day, but you make it to Baldur's Gift. Town seems to be bustling. You've passed a couple like carts leaving that general area over the course of the half day. Oh, what will you be doing in town?
Uh,
Why,
I'm
hello,
going to
Davish.
suggest we go to where we last met Wilhelm and see if they're still held up there.
Okay. You knock on, or you go ahead and do a survival real quick, just to make sure that you can find it, because you never actually went this way in the town.
Who's Wilhelm again?
My cousin,
Oh, that's right. Okay, cool.
the one who gave you the pearl that you never used.
All right, go
I
ahead
never
and
had a chance to
do
use
go ahead
it.
and do a perception, Ganel. All right, so Vranik, you managed to get your bearings pretty well. You kind of recognize a couple of the streets and start following it to where you think the building is. Ganel, are you actually going, or you see that like a lot of the merchants and stuff like that seem to be heading up towards the giant tower in the center of town. So you're pretty sure that that would be where the blacksmiths and armorers would be.
All right. Well, you guys want to be back at Wilhelm's residence after we're done?
Once
I'll
we
go
make
get
sure
them,
he's
then.
still there. Remember, they move around a bit, I think.
After a little bit, you manage to find Wilhelm's. I'm assuming you're going with them, Ganel, or are you going...
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to lose track of him.
Okay. You figure out where he was roughly. There's kind of just like you pass by a couple of like pedestrians, random townsfolk. There seems to be a couple like really shoddy looking guys kind of just hanging out around the street, particularly near that area. You go to knock on the door. Dong dong dong. Ganel, you kind of notice it. You notice that one of the kind of shoddy looking people kind of looks up and starts looking at you. Then he kind of quickly looks away. Who is it?
Vranek.
You hear a couple like latches unlocking at the door. Ah, cousin! There's a big ass dragonborn right in front of you.
Hello, Wilhelm.
Ah, Vranek. I trust things are going well.
For a definition of the word, I assume we could say that.
I don't know what you did, but the devils have stopped attacking the cities. Congratulations.
Oh, that's probably Ganal's doing.
Oh.
It's probably all him.
Ah! And he kind of walks over and like starts trying to pick you up.
I'll just gently push myself back off.
Kinda,
so I can tell you we figured out what's going on, Wilhelm.
Oh? And what, pray tell, is that?
I'm going to start pointing. I'm going to point at Arisen and go, so say hello to the avatar of Katoon.
Hi.
Point at Ganal. The avatar of Uranus. Point at Grum. The avatar of Aruku. Point at Brudrin. The avatar of Baldur. And I'm going to point at myself and go, and the avatar of Godric.
Yes, that sounds about right.
Yeah. They gave us a bunch of nifty stuff. We've been visiting their... What would you all call them? Temples? Places of power?
I think they
Right.
called them temples.
Yeah.
I mean, technically, Brudrin Baldur's really isn't a temple. It was a bunch of floating rocks in the sky.
Look at the cape! It has it's flowing water! And just kind of like twirl around like an idiot.
Yeah, by the way, you guys have been getting a few like really weird looks from people.
I'm just going to look at him and go, stop staring, it's rude.
Oh, no.
There's a silver.
Like the people in town, they kind of like look at you a little bit odd and then they kind of just keep going on their way.
Like, it's a
Anytime I
dragonborn.
catch him, I'm just going to say, stop staring, it's rude.
And they
Figured
kind of
out
like
his
seem,
pet
they seem a little bit like rustled and scared and kind of hurry along.
Yeah, so I just want to rest. I think most of these guys have something they need to do out in town, Wilhelm. Can we shack up here while we're in town?
But of course, cousin, of course.
Good. Yeah, because next stop is Uranus's tomb.
Yes. I don't know much about it. I just know that they all made it.
Alright, well, I'm going to say to the rest of the party, like, I'm going to go inside and get some rest.
Alright.
What do y'all want to do? Grum is just going to go find a tavern and order meat.
I'm gonna go Grum.
Sounds about right. Alright, Brudrin, what are you doing?
I'm going to sleep.
So you're just gonna chill out there. Got it. It's still like mid-afternoon. I mean, you can rest and everything, but...
Oh, I'm gonna rest, like chill, slash.
Okay.
We've been pushing really hard, so
Yeah.
It's like I'm just gonna chill out.
Take it easy. Malik just kind of... I think I will join you, and he kind of goes with Grum and Ariza.
I'll call out. By the way, you guys might want to take him to a temple.
Still? Oh.
And he
okay.
kind of, I was about to say, he kind of like, as he's going with you guys before you say that, he's like, who better to accompany Malik the Magnificent than these two fine, lovely ladies?
Oh,
Grum's just
shit.
gonna look at him a minute, like.
Me and her are like the worst besides Vranek. Are probably the ones that stick out the most, I would assume.
Probably, yeah.
Giant half orc and a silver skinned fucking tiefling with a water cloak.
Oh.
So yeah, let's do all of that.
All right, so
I'm gonna
you all,
I'm gonna follow them as far as the tavern and off.
yeah, you all head to the tavern. Again, you guys are kind of getting a couple funny looks. Not too terribly much funny, but like some people are like, what is that? You definitely stick out.
Grum will immediately stare back to anybody who dares stares at her.
In what kind of way?
Probably menacing.
Go ahead and roll an intimidate. For the entire trip.
I can't believe she actually has that trained and it's still in +3.
Yeah.
Yeah, whenever someone, like, gets caught staring, Grum kind of gives them, like, the evil eye, and they hurry the fuck up. They stop staring and just, book it.
I mean, she's packing 3 fucking great axes. She's got 2 of them strapped to her back and 1 in her hand.
Yep.
The woman is fucking armed to the teeth with no armor. She is goddamn terrifying.
After a little bit of walking towards the tavern, you are stopped by someone in kind of armor stuff like, "Hey you! Sheath that weapon."
I look at her.
Kinda has the hand on the sword. Well.
Wait, we're talking to Grum, right?
Yeah.
Grum's going to look at him for a minute. Why?
Because this is a town, and we don't want people causing any trouble. And trouble is less likely to be caused when there ain't someone wielding around a great axe.
Grum, listen to what he says.
Look at herself for a minute, look at him and go, where would Grum put it? Grum doesn't have anywhere to put it.
She does have a point.
Grum naked. All
No,
the
she's
time.
not naked.
Almost naked.
Well, hand it to one of them. They have places they could put it.
Than I am.
Grum is actually going to look at Malik and look at her and go, they are small and scrawny.
Malik's like, "Oh, I've got this," and he grabs the axe.
Is he able to hold it?
Yeah.
Grum will actually hold on to it for a minute, look at him and go, don't lose it.
"Oh, I won't lose it. You act like I forget things."
I'm sitting there trying to stifle like a look.
My memory is best memory. But yeah, he just holsters it on his back. He has no problem holding this thing. He just, whoop.
Damn, Malik is buff as fuck. Oh no.
Yep. Okay then. Proceed along.
Arise. Arizek?
Hmm?
Arizek?
Ha!
Get it?
Ha!
You
Arise.
crushing on Malik, Arizek?
No. If I was to be crushed on anybody, it'd be Grum. Let's be real.
Arylic. Arium.
Arisem.
Grizza.
Yes. I like that.
Hashtag
I
Grizza.
like that a lot.
Hashtag romance.
Fuck yeah.
Alright. So you proceed towards the tavern. It's not very hard to see because there's a lot of fucking commotion coming from it. Because everybody's having a good old time. Takes you probably a couple minutes to walk down that way. Ganal, this would be about where you would split off if you were going to split off.
And I'm going to do so.
Okay. Alright, have fun doing whatever you're going to do, Ganal. I'm going to enjoy myself. And he kind of laughs a bit.
Ooh.
I was kind of give him a look, like, just nod and just keep on going.
Alright, so we'll do Ganel first because I feel like it'll be a little bit less intensive. So you head up the massive set of staircases, because there are quite a few. And matter of fact, we'll actually put you over here. Hang on. Because oddly enough, this is one of the few places that I actually had set up from way back in the day. Come on, reveal everything. Reset. No, I want to reveal everything. Stupid thing. Yeah. Most everything, anyway. I don't actually care if you see inside the buildings, to be fair. Alright, so you go up. There's a rather large set of doors at the very top of the stairs at the base of the tower. There seems to be a couple merchant stalls up at the top of the staircase. And there also seems to be the sound of, like, blacksmith's hammers and all types of other stuff just coming from down over here. Bottom left corner. Let me put your character on here. Bop. Hello.
Ah, okay. I'm gonna head down towards where I hear the blacksmith's at then.
Okay. You head down that way. There's like a lot of tables that people are like working at. So they have, you know, a couple tanners with like some of their tanning bits behind their chairs, using the tables to lay out things, lay out merchandise. There's a lot of clamor.
Well, I'm honestly, I'm looking for see if there's any studded leather armor there that might fit me. That's what I am looking for.
Go ahead and do a perception. Yeah, you find plenty. Almost every single one of these people is selling it.
All right, well, let me...
You even managed to find the two that actually look to be the highest quality ones.
Sweet.
There's a lot of people who are, you know, like, yeah, I got armor, and they're, you know, like, peddling their wares to everybody, and it looks like someone kind of, like a dog chewed on it. And just really, really shoddy leatherworking, like they took the knife and just didn't know how to cut straight, all types of wrong proportions, and like one arm's longer than the other.
Well, I'll go into the nicer sets then.
Yeah.
Obviously.
You find one guy who, like, he's not shouting. He's not really doing much of anything except for, like, slowly kind of, you know, tanning hides and quietly, like, working on his stuff.
Okay, I'll approach him. It seems that you know your craft well.
I know my craft well enough.
I'll nod over to the armor.
Ah.
How much would you ask for that?
You're interested in a set, are you?
I am.
Well, what are you looking to pay for it?
I say 40 gold would be sufficient, wouldn't you?
Kind of sizes it up a little bit. You trying to insult me? This is
far from it, actually.
Fine craftsmanship.
Yes, and that's why I'm here talking to you and none of the rest of these rejects in here.
That offer is an insult. Do you not know what this took to make? What is the materials used for this?
A dead pig and bacon.
Where's the other guy at here?
Oh, he's on the other side. He kind of just... You just leave mid-conversation and just...
Yeah.
The guy just kind of... Whatever.
Never let anybody insult your intelligence, kids.
You find the other guy. He's very, very energetically just going about tanning. He's kind of, you know, like saying hi to everybody who walks by the stall and stuff like that. You start walking up. Ah, good day, stranger. Welcome to my fine wares.
How much for the studded leather? Just gonna cut it short and sweet.
Well, I suppose that depends which type you want. I have many different makes, models, sizes, shapes. What are you after?
I'll point to the one that looked the best.
Oh, that one. Oh, that one's a really, really fine piece of craftsmanship. That one I'm charging about 500 for.
You're mad, right?
No. I assumed if you're looking for the finest piece, you knew what it was made of. Did you not?
I could buy a whole set of plate armor for that much. And more.
Yes, you could. But it is not made with the high-grade materials that this is. You do know what this does, right? You seem like a wise person. You seem very aware of high-quality goods. I just assumed that you knew what it was. If you're looking for just normal leather armor, I have plenty of normal ones on sale for 40, my good sir. That is a very special piece.
My eyes are just kind of glazed over at this point. And I look at the one he was talking about. Is it okay quality?
Oh yeah, there's plenty of really nice, like, quality ones. That one that you had, like, said, or that was in fact, like, the nicest one, it does look leagues better than all those. But his normal stuff looks leagues better than all the other guys' stuff. Except the one asshole. They're about on par, like, that level. The one that he was pointing at is just kind of, like, way above normal.
Gotcha. Take a long breath. About 35.
For the large piece, it points to the, like, really high-end one.
No.
Oh, good. I thought you were insulting me for a second. My God. Need to be more clear when conducting business, my good sir. We were on many different tangents, and I have much to keep an eye on. He, like, he kind of stops mid-sentence and, like, all of a sudden he just takes his, like, hammer and, like, smacks the flat end against some dude that was trying to, like, swipe something. And just kind of gives him a smile. I see you.
Do the insults come with the 35 that I'm going to give you?
I
mean, I thought we were trying to make a business arrangement here.
I offered you no insults. I am merely trying to increase your decorum for the business transaction. I am more than willing to sell you one of these for 35, since you seem well enough to know that this is a masterwork of leather. Because you kind of like, I saw your recognition at the quality difference.
I'm just gonna, like, dig out the 35 because this conversation is, like, getting on my nerves at this point.
Okay.
Canal don't take no shit.
Canal don't take no shit.
It really doesn't.
He hands you he kind of, like, a moment, and he pulls out, like, a little measurer. If you'd be so kind. And he kind of, like, motions, you know, put your arms at out on your side, like, straight out.
Yeah. All right.
And he kind of...
my eyes around. I want to keep my eyes around me too, because I don't want anybody to, like, try to mess with me while we're doing this.
Yeah, go ahead and what's your passive perception? It's like a 20, isn't it?
Yes, 20.
Okay.
Jesus.
Yeah, he kind of, like, pulls out the measure, and he, you know, measures one arm, measures the other arm, measures the chest, measures round, measures outside a leg. Ah, yes, I've got something just that size. Won't even have to modify this at all. pulls something out of the pile. Here you are, sir. Takes the 35.
Okay.
Thank
Hand it over
you.
to him.
Thank you for shopping. Altman's Fine Leatherworks.
I'll be sure to spread your name around.
Ah, much appreciated. May it protect you well.
Okay.
See, obviously he should have gone to Crazy Ernie's Leatherworks.
Right.
I'm
All right, is
selling
there any-
things at mad prices. I'm crazy.
Is there any food stores on the way back to this tavern?
Directly across from you, actually.
Okay. I'm just looking for like a loaf of bread or something I can bundle up.
You go in. Ah, welcome, welcome. You look like the adventuring type. Am I right?
I suppose.
Ah, good, good. So you're looking for some rations for long journeys ahead, yes?
Actually, I'm in town for a little bit, and I just wanted something for this evening. Something I could actually not have to, pull out of a tin.
Ah, of course, you're in between adventures. I couldn't have seen it more if my eyes weren't attached to me head. Right. So, what are you after?
I'm take a look around.
He has, like, some breads, there's some dried meats, there's, like, oddly enough, some dried fruits. And some nuts.
What for a sample of all of these? And I'll start pointing at the bread and the fruits and such.
For a sample, well, let's see here.
Just something to make a sack out of, a knapsack.
Oh, he kind of pulls out like a tiny little pouch and is like, Since we're just sampling some, we'll just say, we'll just say 5 copper for this tiny little bit.
Now, is this like enough for a meal?
It's probably about like, I'm sorry, did I say 5 silver or 5 copper? I could have sworn I said copper.
5 copper.
Yeah.
You said copper.
It's about like half a meal. It's mainly like a tiny little pouch.
Gotcha.
He's
How
basically like cutting you off an end of like a roll. He's got like a handful of nuts. He's got like a couple bits of, or like one each of a couple different types of dried fruit.
I'm gonna pull out a couple silver pieces and hand it to him and say, can you give me enough for this price?
Ah, most certainly, most certainly. What of these do you want, sir? Do you want to start with this 5 copper pouch, try a bit of everything, and then tell me what you want, or you want me to just mix and match?
Just mix and match it.
Very well. He kinda seems to like go through. How many silver was it?
A couple pieces.
So like 2 silver.
Yes.
Kinda.
Yes.
He seems to be like running back and forth through the stores, like looking up and down his shelves. Kind of, and you, throws it into a bag, and you, and he's like, he starts picking up speed as he's going, as he's getting like more familiar with his own thought pattern, is your guess. He's just like, and plop, 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 plop. After a minute or so, he comes back with a decent size pouch, probably enough for like 2 meals, 2.5. And he, there you are. Pleasure doing business with you.
I appreciate it.
But of course.
And my intentions are to walk from here back to Wilhelm's.
Back to Wilhelm's or to the tavern?
I'm going back to Wilhelm's, actually. I'm going
Okay.
to find this dude that was just staring me down a little bit ago.
Okay.
The downtrodden dude.
Go ahead and do a, well, no, it's pretty straightforward. You manage to find it, and you see him sitting there still.
I'm going to approach him.
Oh, good day, sir. Spare a copper. Hope an old beggar gets some food.
I'm going to kneel down and just hand him the sack of food without a word.
You kind of, oh. Wilhelm's right to trust you. And he kind of takes the food and just sits there.
And then I'll hand him a couple silver pieces on top of it.
He, like, at the silver, he kind of, like, stop. Like, he's like, I don't get to eat very much here, but just, you can stop.
Just listen, I know what it's like.
Dragon's crown. Go ahead.
So I know what it's like to be in this position.
Oh, or he kind of like straightens his sitting up a little bit. I'm not actually in this position, mate.
Oh.
I'm the doorman. And he goes back to sitting hunched. He kind of gives you a wink and just goes back to sitting hunched and like eating.
I give him a nod. Well played.
Thanks
Make
for
sure
the
you
grub.
pay that forward, by the way.
Oh, of course. I always pay it forward, mate. What do you think I do when I'm not here? What do you think we're all doing?
I give him a hard slap on the shoulder, then go into Wilhelm's.
You try to open the door, it's locked, and knock. Who is it?
Can I just pick it and go in?
You can try.
Apparently not.
You try really hard, and roll another d20.
Yeah, Brad, roll a fucking 1. A skill I actually needed to use.
Plus 11. Oh no.
You just
That was so
fumble
close to
around
being
with it
a
for a
1.
bit, and your tools kind of drop. And you just look down.
I'll just lean down, pick him up, and sigh, defeated, and knock.
Who is it?
It's good now.
Oh, why didn't you say so? Click. Just opens the door.
I just hurry past him.
You're broken now.
The dude
Yo.
hunched over on the edge is kind of chuckling a bit. You can see his shoulders just kind of like.
Ah.
All right, Grum, Ariza, and Malik time.
Yay!
So you're at the tavern. The first thing Malik does when he gets in there, he kind of takes a look around and it's just like, He finds a nice open spot and he kind of goes up to the barkeep. You all are going up to the barkeep at the same time, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. As you guys go up there and Grum asks for meat, obviously, what are you asking for, Ariza?
Some water, and to see if they have any like fresh fruit, like apples and pears or whatever.
Oh, of course we got fresh fruit, love. How much you want? And more importantly, what kind and what grade you want?
I want some really juicy apples.
Oh, you want high-end apples? Okay. Sure thing. He kind of rummages
like
around,
3.
rummages around for a bit, pulls out 3 really, really nice-looking apples. 3 gold, miss.
Alrighty, hand over to him.
Okay. And you, dear. Looking at Grum.
Meat.
What kind of meat?
Meat.
Oh, you're one of those.
Just give her like a big
He
slab of like.
he literally just
leg.
stops and kind of like, oh, you're one of those. All right.
What meat?
You want it cooked any particular way? You want it? Who am I kidding? You have. He just kind of stops and like. He pulls out an entire like ham leg out of the back. 3 gold.
She hands it to him.
Oh, she actually had money. Oh.
Yeah, she does.
Well, no, the barkeep actually like says that under his breath, just kind of like, oh, she actually had money. Oh.
I'm not poor. And she takes the ham.
Malik kind of looks at him. Are you guys sticking around at the bar, or are you guys... Like, are you...
just take a seat and start doing.
Yeah, at the bar, or are you finding a table?
Probably find the table is what Grum would
Yeah.
Okay. It'll be pretty obvious because he's not being, like, subtle. Malik kind of, like, you know, leans in to the barkeep and, like, hey, kind of talking him up, and the barkeep kind of, and waves him off, and he, if you'll excuse me, you all are about to be in for a lovely performance. And he goes to, like, an empty little table. And he starts getting ready. All right. Let's see. Kind of takes a moment. Oh. You see him saying a couple words and pulling out his magnificent mandolin. And he starts playing. He's really good. Like, everyone in the bar was making a commotion, and all of a sudden they all just kind of slowly start to stop. He also has his hat kind of often, like, in front of him on the table as he's, like, just going through chords and all types of other stuff. As the people pass by with, like, their drinks and stuff like that, they're throwing some money into the hat. Just... everyone's kind of, you know, swaying to the music. He keeps alternating in between, like, really high beat and really depressing things. Grum and Ariza, you also kind of notice that he's singing about you guys.
Alrighty, damn!
He's singing about, like, the early stages of your tale because he's, like, started making them.
Gotcha. Are they getting good?
Grum's gonna lean over to Rizza.
They're really good.
He's singing about Grum?
You know what? I think he is talking about us. He could have at least waited till our adventure was over.
He's
But
just doing like the first part where you
We almost shot him.
No, not that. Essentially where you guys rescued Ganel, he's basically singing like up to that point and then he stops. And the whole place just like and he like pulls up his hat and just pockets all the money in it. And just, alright, I'm good whenever you are.
Grum, when she finishes the meat, she'll head over to the house.
Did you ladies want anything? He kind of looks back and forth at you, smiling.
You just stop looking at me like I'm a piece of meat.
I'm not looking at you like a piece of meat. I'm simply trying to share my newfound wealth.
Yeah, I'm good, but thank you.
But thank you. Chew on the hand.
I may hit you up on that offer later.
Very well, very well.
Brain check. Brain check.
Yeah, let's actually see here. I'm curious. Yeah, not too bad. Alright, so yeah, you all kind of do that bit. He just, oh yes, it's good to be so, it's nice to be so applauded. They're finally starting to see my magnificence.
I mean, I won't even lie to you. You do sing very well. And you play well.
Why,
Song
thank
needs
you.
more Grum.
Huh?
Song needs more Grum.
Oh, of course, that's just the first part, my dear. We haven't even gotten to the parts where you single-handedly save people. Shh.
Oh shit, hashtag Gurlick.
But anyway, you all make it back to Wilhelm's place. Malik knocks. Who is it? Why, it's Malik the Magnificent, singer of songs, purveyor of, teller of tales, writer of epic poems! Alright, it's that fucker. Yeah, come on in. Malik just kind of... He has the look of like...
Maybe Malik should sing for these people.
They're not worth my time. And he kind of like sticks his nose up in the air. But yeah, they all let you in. They show you to your rooms. Alright, are you doing anything else before you go to sleep?
Locking the door.
Yeah, I'll make sure to lock the door before I snooze.
Okay. So everybody locks the door, la 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 la. Go ahead and make an insight check real quick. Everybody.
Katoon made me hope I roll low. What'd you say? Insight?
Yeah, insight. So at this point, you're almost all expecting, like, some type of visit from these assholes who keep pestering you. Something's a little weird, though. You all open your eyes, and you can all see each other.
Oh, what?
Everyone but Malik. And then suddenly... Suddenly you just hear... Ah, good. The gang's all here. And that's where we're going to end it.
Oh, come the fuck on.
Ha!
Varys, you're annoying. I love you so much. God damn you.
Well, that's it for tonight, everybody. I hope you all had a good time. Hope everybody out there enjoyed their nonsense. And I will see most of you back on Wednesday for RE4. And until next time, keep gaming.